Well, you join me from a rather sunny RAF Valley. It's been a while since I've done a Mach Loop video, and I thought I would reacquaint myself in the Just Flight Hawk T.1, and let's get ourselves all ready to go. So steps away, chocks away, and blanks off. Can now get rid of the electronic flight bag, get rid of the rudder lock. Okay. Fuel cock open. Batteries are on. Fuel booster pump is on. Anti-skid on. Radiator both. Come across. Nav's on. And we want anti-collisions to red. Okay, turn on the radio. Transmit receive. Switch on our transponder. So we change our squawk code 73112. Switch on our TACAN. Make sure 21 X-ray is in, which it is. We're going to leave the ILS and VOR radio. So air conditioning to normal. Oxygen on. Okay. Now, get some things started. So, let's switch on our engine master switch. Start the gas turbine starter. Now we're going to wait for the little green marker to pop up. There we go, we're good to start. Get the turbine spinning. The RPMs build up to about 20%. Cut off into idle. Okay. We've got lights out and we have a good start. Let that do what it's got to do. Okay. I'm going to zero out the altimeter. Okay. Next we are going to switch on DJI. Okay, and we have our TACAN tuned in. Okay, now we've got a good start. I'll switch on the pitot heat. Okay. Switch on our taxi light. We can take out the seat arming pin and the MDC pin. Close canopy and lock. Okay, and gyro's up and spinning. Lovely stuff. Okay, I'm going to reset the hydraulic 2 gauge there. Let that rise and let the light extinguish. Okay, now I've skimmed over a few checks that aren't really necessary for the realism. Well, they are for the realism of the whole thing, but I thought I'd just skip over them and get going. So, take off parking brake, which it is. There's another pin down there. So where does that get stowed? Another seat pin. Okay. Right. Anyway, parking brake is off. Let's throttle up. About 80%. Get the jet moving. Flaps down, takeoff position. There goes Concorde. Okay, let's do the final checks. I am recording this in VR if you hadn't realised. So I think it's recording out of my left eye. It could be my right eye. Can't remember which one, as it's switched over from DCS to Flight Sim for some reason. They record from different eyes. Yeah, and I thought I'd give this a go. I know the quality won't be quite as good as Head Tracker, but it makes more of an enjoyable experience for me. Right then, let's get ourselves lined up. Okay, we are good to go. Well, let's spool this engine up and get up. Brakes off. Rotate. Wheels up, gear up. 300 feet, flaps up, trim nose down. Okay, let's get ourselves up to about 10,000 feet. I'm just going to follow, we're going to fly the Takan, or fly away from the Takan, around about 20 nautical miles, and then we will start to descend onto Scooby-Doo. We're going to line ourselves up with Valley. I'm going to hit sort of 120. Okay. We're above now, we can turn to the left. Okay, nearly at 10,000. To level off now. Throttle back. Okay, so we're just going to fly the Takan, or fly away from the Takan. So my plan is to go down over Scooby-Doo, down Lake Bala, then into the loop, maybe do 1 or 2 laps of the loop, then come back down Lake Bala, over Scooby-Doo, and then through the A5 pass, which is just over to my left, and then back into the valley. Again, a little bit high, we don't want to go to 11,000, back down to 10. Level out there. A little bit too quick as well. I'll be doing that sort of speed. How far out are we now? 19 nautical miles. We're going to push that a little bit further. I can see the lake just a little bit further than I remembered. We can start putting ourselves in a little bit of a dive now. Let's throttle back slightly so we don't overspeed it. What we're going to do is we're going to enter Scooby-Doo via his ear and then go down his neck. Get the air brake out, slow it down slightly. .350 knots. And start turning in. Let's roll up now. Trim those up. As the Envir is here. And go down the left, down his neck. Hang a right just as we get into this little valley approaching here, and that takes us down Lake Bala, or Bala. I don't know how you pronounce that, I apologise. Okay, and right. As we come out of this little valley here, we will approach the entrance to the Mach Loop. Start turning in now. Follow this little stream in, or river. I say stream. On the ground it's probably river. Follow the road. You can probably see the loop entrance just off my nose there. I'll set the throttle. Don't want to mess around with that too much as we go around the loop, because we'll be gaining and losing a lot of speed just by going around corners and flying straight. If we start messing with the throttle, we'll be going too fast or we'll end up going too slow. So I'm just going to set the throttle there. Seems quite happy at 90% RPM. Okay, and there's the entrance just off the 11 o'clock. And make our way. Wave to the cameras, level out to the right hand side, ready to make our left hand turn. Bit bumpy going through here today, and there we go. Around the corner at McKinleth. I'm just going to follow the stream round. Get low, but not too low, nothing below 250 feet. 300 good. Or 400. Very bumpy ride through here today. Nothing coming in through the entrance or exit there. And we're almost at the exit. We won't go around one more time. We'll call it a day. Head back down the way we came, back down towards Lake Barla. Just follow the stream down. Watch for any traffic that may be coming the other way. Hawk's behaving itself today. Last time I took it out we had a #1 hydraulics failure, and after just taking off from RF Valley and had to use the emergency gear and flap pulleys down in the left hand corner there. Managed to get back okay, but it was nice to be actually get a failure and have an emergency and have to deal with it, which is something that I quite like the Hawk, considering you're not using the Sims failure system. It's got its own inbuilt reliability, which is pretty cool. And there are a number of issues that can arise through electrical problems, instruments, engine. But yeah, that was the first time I'd ever had a real issue with the aircraft when flying, and it behaved superbly. The flap and gear extension emergency levers worked a treat. Everything locked in as it should have done, and yeah, it was quick to get back in. Right, so we're heading back up towards Scooby-Doo. This time we're going to go up his neck and out the top of his ear. Okay, entering his neck now. And his ears just to the right. And we're just going to get on the heading from the tip of his ear, and we're going to follow that. Well, actually, there's a bit of a crest of a hill there, so about 355, and not 355, sorry. 335. That was 345. Hold on. Anyway, we're going to follow the heading from the tip of his ear. Let's get over the crest of this hill. And I can already see where I'm heading towards. I'm sure you can find a valley way of getting down to the A5. Follow off to the right there and wing your way in. But I'm going to cut across here and blind myself with the sun in the mirror. There's the entrance there. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to head back to Valley. As we've still got the TACAN tuned in, just follow the big green arrow all the way back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fly slightly west-southwest and just get the runway to my 3 o'clock, and then I can turn in on either do a long finals or we can do a run and break and short finals. We'll see how it goes. Now the Sea Valley off over to my right. Start turning in now. Probably gone over the top there. Yes, I have. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. It was quite a long way out. There we go. You can see the runway now. I'm very tempted to do a run break, 400 foot, 400 knots. Getting the pattern. Foot by accident, whoops, and brake, throttle back, air brake out, try and gain a little altitude while I'm doing this, air brake in, get the gear down. Parallel with the runway now. First stage of flap down. And start making our turn in now. Second notch of flap down. Boom. And we're down. Retract the flaps. Okay, let's get parked up next to our 25 squadron friends. Okay, parking brake on. Let's get this jet shut down. Okay, so I'm gonna put the pins back in, unlock the canopy and open it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is shut the engine down, obviously. Fuel shut off. I hate it when it does that. Why does it have to do it? Okay, we'll clear the warning. Okay, we'll go around shutting off all the systems one by one. Okay, leave the lights till last. Turn off the DJI. Switch off that radio. Clear the warnings again. Brake off. Motor starter off. Fuel shut off closed. Okay, we start shutting off the lights. Batteries. Okay, and we'll call in chocks, covers, steps. Okay, well that's me redoing the Mach Loop via VR this time. I hope you found that enjoyable. I've probably got some things wrong. I apologise. But, you know, it was a fun little jaunt. And, yeah, the Hawk has come on leaps and bounds since the last update. And really makes flying it a pleasure now. Right, I'm off to get a cup of tea.